Drunken Donuts. Yeah, it's like Dunkin' Donuts, except it's 1 a.m., you're drunk, and instead of savory, you're in the mood for sweet, so you went to Dunkin'. Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for watching this video. And we're talking about Dunkin Spiked Iced Coffee Mix Pack. Now, you know, just to revisit what I was talking about in the opening there, when I was going to college down in Massachusetts at Gordon College, yes, nice Christian college. I lasted all of one semester before I was asked not to go back. I wasted a lot of money on not going back because I'm still paying off those student loans. Anyway, that was in an area when an area and a time when there were Dunkin' Donuts that were still open 24 hours. Maybe there are Dunkins that are open 24 hours in other parts of the country, but not around here, out in central Maine. And we could go in at 1 o'clock in the morning after a few drinks and get a nice coffee roll. A coffee roll slathered with chocolate icing. No other Dunkin' I've ever been to has done that, and it is magical. A coffee roll, a Dunkin' coffee roll, slathered in chocolate icing, the same chocolate icing they put on the donuts. Fucking delicious. What does that have to do with the rest of this video? Absolutely nothing, except I'm feeling nostalgic and wanted to share with you, so I hope you appreciate it. Anyway, Dunkin Spiked Iced Coffee Mix Pack. We're going to do all 4 varieties tonight. We got original. I'm going to do them in this order too. Original, vanilla, caramel, and mocha. Here's the thing. If Pabst Blue Ribbon can get a hard iced coffee right, then I'm pretty sure Harpoon can too. By the way, all the Dunkin' licensed stuff, the iced teas, this coffee pack, any of the beers, of course, you know, the Harpoon literally has their name on those, and it's in their mix pack now, which is kind of cool. But yeah, they have the Dunkin' licensing, so all this stuff is from them. 21 plus contains alcohol, 6% ABV on each of these, which puts it a little bit above what a lot of the alcoholic malt beverages, mixed beverages, whatever are. Dairy free. So there's no actual dairy product in this, which is interesting. I'm just going to grab the original. We're going to try and run down some of the basic stuff. Yeah, premium malt beverage. Shake well. We saw that on other iced coffee. Actually, just coffee. Hard coffees. Spiked hard coffee. Thanks. Shake well. Puerto Rico. Oh, wait. What? Made in Puerto Rico. Under license. Dunkin's IP holder LLC. Huh. Interesting. Here it is. American Spiked Beverages, Boston, Mass, which is under the Harpoon banner. So, all right. Now, it's not like on the info. Trust me, it's made by Harpoon. Enjoy by 10/6/24. Now, don't usually pay much attention to expiration dates on these types of things. I think with the iced coffees, you should. I don't know if you've seen my video of the Buzz Brew that I tried. It was past its expiration date, and then it was all over my fucking table. So I probably would pay attention to the expiration date on these. Now, that being said, we shook it well. I'm supposed to shake it, but I'm still leery. Yeah, see. So, shake well, but open carefully. Maybe I shook it too well. I mean, how well is well, right? I shook it until I couldn't feel the fluid moving around in the can anymore. Maybe that's too well. Maybe I should have shaken it half as well as I thought was well. Anyway. Yeah, see, it's not carbonated now. No head to speak of, which is fine. It's fine. It doesn't have a head, but it blew up, kind of. That is dark and rich looking. It's almost gray under the light, but it definitely looks like an iced coffee. Dairy free, but it does look milky. So just a nice light brown, grayish color. I'm sure the gray is because of all the bubbles that are in there, which caused it to foam up out of the can after I shook it. And I was instructed to shake it. I don't know if it's going to settle any. Yeah, it's going to start to settle and look more like coffee. But that's a rich, foamy head. It looks like the head on a Guinness beer. Although it's not as carbonated. If I did that with a Guinness, it would have had more than just that little spurt, I guarantee you. Oh, that smells magical. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I do like coffee-flavored sweet things like coffee ice cream and the aforementioned Pabst hard coffee. The only thing I like from Pabst, but I do really like that. It's good. Such a refreshing aroma. I mean, I'll drink coffee if it's the last resort, if there's nothing else available and I need that little perk. Oh shit, I could smell this all night. It smells amazing. And good. A good cup of coffee is going to smell really good too. It just tastes like dirt water. And I like bitterness. I like coffee in my beer, but I don't like coffee in my coffee. Go figure. I'm fucking weird, I know. Whatever. Yeah, see, that's mellowed out. It's more of an even color with the bubbles gone, so. It's a little odd up front. I mean, the finish is all good. Yeah, it's got a nice medium mouthfeel. There's some body and thickness to it. There's this weird, I want to say astringent quality to it, like coffee has, but it's got more of a tang to it than I would expect from a coffee. Again, I'm not a big coffee drinker. I don't drink a lot of it, but that astringent character is taking on a weird chemical tang with maybe a hint of sourness up front, but then it fades to a really nice, sweet and bitter coffee flavor. I mean, it's good. And at 6% ABV, this is going to go down ridiculously fast, dangerously fast. But I can't find any fault with it. It's just that weird flavor up front is a little bit off-putting, which is why it's coming in at a 3 out of 5. Now, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. So this is still an above average beverage overall. It's just, like I said, a little off-putting up front, and it doesn't have anything special or unique. Honestly, the coffee finish is a lot like the Pabst without having the strong sweetness that has. And so the fact that it's slightly off-putting at first is just, it's still putting it above average overall, but it's not doing it any favors in my book. So 3 out of 5 for the original iced coffee. I'm going to finish this up and we're going to crack open the vanilla. All right, next up is the vanilla. Now, it also says shake well, but we saw what happened when we shook the other one well. So, shake, 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 Sonora. Yeah, I don't know the fucking song. I'm just...
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Which apparently qualified it for a Halloween song in my playlist.
Yes, which is weird. The song was in Beetlejuice, and apparently that was enough to get it onto a Halloween playlist. I don't know if you guys can hear some of the off-camera commentary, but I don't know if I shook it well. I don't feel like that was well, but I feel like it's about as much as I'm willing to shake this compared to the last one. I'm still going to be a little gun shy on this. Yeah, same thing. So, I don't know what the fuck well is, but... Well, it ain't that. That is an interesting color. Now see, this looks more like a heavily creamed coffee. Again, it's less foamy because I didn't shake it enough to get a ton of little tiny bubbles in there that would change the color, but it's still fairly foamy. Just a nice light brown. Light chocolatey brown, almost looks like a chocolatey milk. This nice, fine, creamy looking foamy head on top with foam in there. I mean, they all look great. Well, all meaning 2 out of 4 so far. I'm definitely getting a sweet vanilla aroma off of that. Not a lot of coffee aroma though. Mostly sweet vanilla. Which hence, I mean, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. It's a vanilla iced coffee, but I thought there would be more coffee balance in there, but and it's also got that weird, tangy, sour flavor before getting hit with a serious vanilla flavor. Almost like a vanilla bean ice cream. It's smooth and creamy. It's got a nice medium light mouthfeel. Yeah, weird, tangy, sour, chemical flavor before getting hit with vanilla bean and then a nice coffee finish. But that upfront flavor, it's weird. It's very, very weird. Just the regular government warning. Premium malt beverage with real coffee. Okay. Natural flavors and artificial colors. So what the hell in here is making it taste odd? I don't know. It's another 3 out of 5. I had higher hopes for this stuff, and I thought I'd be rating it higher, but honestly, that initial weird flavor is just off-putting enough that I'm like, The finish is good. Vanilla and coffee, exactly what I would have expected. But up front, it's just... It's not. It's not vanilla iced coffee. I don't know what the fuck it is. But it's enough to be off-putting, and then no matter how good the finish is, it just doesn't work for me. So, another 3 out of 5. I mean, it's obviously not so off-putting that I'm not going to finish it, but I am going to finish this, then we're going to move on to the caramel. Next up is the caramel iced coffee. Same things, 6% ABV. Shake well. Learned our lesson on that last one. Premium malt beverage, coffee, and natural flavors and artificial colors. Okay, so that's the thing. The last two both having that weird, yes, instead of shaking well, I'm going to do the gently rolling thing, because I assume the shaking well is to deal with particulates that settle out of the beverage, just like you would with an IPA that's heavy in particulates. But you don't want to shake that shit because it explodes. Now, I've gotten minor pops and explosions out of the two that I've done so far. So I'm going to do a gentle rolling of this one to try and deal with the particulates. And then we'll see what happens when I open it. Because these technically aren't carbonated, but you know what? Neither is Lipton Brisk Iced Tea, right? That feels tight when I squeeze it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Sodas, you can shake the shit out of them, and you can tell the cans feel tighter afterwards when you squeeze them because the carbonation has increased the pressure, but then it makes sense. I'm going to thoroughly tap it. I'm slowly opening it because, like I said, oh! That one didn't explode, so I guess the gentle roll is the way to go on the next one instead of shaking well. Ooh. Darker, not unexpected. Also less foamy, so maybe the not shaking it as well didn't help there, but either way. Nice dark brown, a nice muddy brown. And the little bit of foam that we do have there does look like it's very fine bubbles. A nice creamy head on it. Actually, not getting much of an aroma of that, if anything. Maybe a very faint sweetness, but mostly a neutral aroma. Pardon. Medium light mouthfeel. That same upfront weird taste. I mean, what the hell? It's just odd. It's more muted in this one than in the other two. It still is like an almost fruity, sweet tang with a chemical undertone that I can't put my finger on. Like almost maybe sourness too, but it just hits you up front and stays with you. I mean, afterwards, it's got this great coffee flavor blended with a hint of caramel in the finish. But just up front, that off-putting flavor just does not work for me. And it messes with everything. I don't know. That's another 3 out of 5 for me. I'm sorry. Same as the other two. The flavor that you're expecting is there, but it's covered up by this other shit, and it's just completely overwhelming it. And yes, I'm getting annoyed with it, and my first instinct is to rate them lower because of that. But the bottom line is that overall, it's actually a pretty decent beverage. It's not quite the 2.5 average. It's good when you get to the finish. So it is getting some points above and beyond that. And it's getting that slightly above average rating of a 3, but it's just... I can't give it more than that because it's just your first impression on every sip is that fucking weird flavor. Anyway, the caramel's falling right in line, so 3 out of 5. I'm going to finish it up and I'm going to move on to the last one, the mocha. All right, fourth and final, the mocha iced coffee from Dunkin Spiked. I'm going to do the gentle rolling thing again because I think that was the most successful rather than shake well. I already went into details about why, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I'll repeat myself plenty during the video, and probably already have. So we'll leave the repeating out for this part. And just demonstrating my point right there by repeating myself. All right, here we go. Still a little spurt there, but not the minor explosion that I had from the other two. Now this should be really dark based on the difference in the label. Yes, it is very dark. We're going to get an aggressive pour on that. Now this is actually the first one that doesn't have foamy looking bubbles coming up from there. It's a less fine bubbliness and more pronounced larger bubbles. So yeah, definitely the darkest of them, also the least effervescent, but pardon, still about par for the course, about the same as what we've been seeing. Hiccups are trying to come through, which is not a good thing, but we'll deal with that. I am getting more bubbles coming up the longer that it rested, and it is a little more foamy than before, but not quite on the level that the others were. Now, mocha should have a chocolatey flavor along with the coffee. That's what mocha is. It's basically chocolate and coffee. Bit of a neutral aroma. Maybe a hint of a roasty sweetness. Almost a nuttiness, which is odd, but Is that same upfront off-putting flavor. It fades to a nice, sweet, chocolatey coffee flavor, but up front it's just this weird, sweet, tangy, sour chemical character that I just can't place. But it's off-putting, and I'm not thrilled. I don't know what to say. This is not what I was expecting. Pabst makes a better hard coffee than this, which is blowing my mind. It's really messing with me because it is counter to all of my expectations. There's another 3 out of 5 for the same reasons I've mentioned before, the other things. I mean, it's good, but it's got that weird off-putting upfront taste. I'm just really disappointed in this fucking pack. I was expecting better. What the fuck is up with this shit? This is not good. It's tolerable. It's okay. It's fine. It's drinkable, but I fucking expected really good iced coffee, hard iced coffee like I get from Pabst. Fucking Pabst did it better. When have you ever said that? When have you ever heard that? What the fuck is up with this shit? Okay, now that my little fucking 5-year-old tantrum is over, this is just what I have to say about these. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. I would love to hear what you have to say about this pack. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me yours was better. Please tell me that I'm fucked up beyond all recognition tonight and that I have no clue what I'm talking about, because I don't understand how this flavor is just not good. Especially after having the different Harpoon Dunkin beers, the Harpoon iced tea. This almost tastes like fucking iced tea pretending to be coffee. Did they fuck things up? Did they mix their iced teas up with their coffees? Is it just this first initial batch? Because I'm in Maine, one of the few states that actually is going to get this stuff first. Did Did they fuck it up and drop it on us early and everything's messed up? Did they forget to rinse the tanks after they made the iced tea and so I'm getting half coffee, half tea? I don't know. But it just doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste like fucking hard iced coffee. Pabst did it better, and that is really pissing me off. Anyway. I want to hear from you guys. I really do on this one. I need to know that that something's wrong with the pack I got. In the meantime, while you're down there, hit me up with a like and a share and pretend I'm not acting like a fucking spoiled rotten brat that just got told no about something. I don't know. It's this whole... I'm sorry, but I really feel strongly about this, obviously. Like, share, subscribe, fucking hit me up with your experience with these things. I want you to tell me I'm wrong, but at the same time, I want you to tell me I'm right, because I don't want to be the one person who's got some fucked up experience with this. I don't want to be thinking I'm insane for thinking that it tastes like crap. I mean, it tastes like crap up front. It eventually becomes good, but it shouldn't do that. It should taste good from start to finish. I keep drinking it thinking it's going to get better, but it doesn't. Anyway, I don't know. Either validate my insanity or tell me I'm fucking right. Till next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Fucking cheers, man. Don't make me check myself in or start medicating. I'm medicating more than I already do. That's not fucking... Anyway, just fucking tell me. Tell me something. Give me some feedback. I want to know what everybody else thinks about this stuff. It's messing with me. This should not suck. Not that it sucks, like I said. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks because it's so disappointing. I like it. I do. But I don't like the way it tastes at first. I'm going on and on because I'm trying to justify my feelings. You know what? Fuck that shit. This is how I feel. This is what it tastes like. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and you don't need to be listening to fucking another hour of me trying to justify my thoughts on this. You know what? It tastes like it tastes. I've already repeated myself and gone to lengths about why I feel this way. I'm done. I'm fucking done. It's your turn.
It's haunting.